Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to MCubed. I am your host, Harris, and today we are back with another Ticket or Skip It, this time over the blockbuster, The Woman King. Now, in a Ticket or Skip It, we go over 4 questions and decide whether a film is worth you going to see, whether you should skip it, or whether you might get a ticket, but maybe with a little bit of trepidation. So, without further ado, let's do further. Now, question number 1, was this film itself fulfilling? Holy shit. Yes, it's fulfilling. This is one of the most fulfilling things I've seen in a very long time. And I know I said the same thing last week in the Barbarian review, and Barbarian is a phenomenal film in its own right, but the scale and scope is just not the same thing. This is more fulfilling than Top Gun. This is like Avengers level scope, but in a whole different setting. And I mean, there's not crazy things going on like superhero stuff, but that's a good thing because it's so grounded. It's almost Lord of the Rings, but for Africa in a way. It's just the scope and the scale. All of it's practical. It's amazing. This is one of the most fulfilling things I've watched in a very, very long time. And that brings us right into the actors. So Naniska, played by Viola Davis, is just, it's Viola Davis. She's gonna get Oscar nominated for this, and it's gonna be her and Michelle Yeoh, head to head. That's all I can say. Nawi, played by Tuso Mbedu, she's phenomenal. And I don't think I've seen her act before, and this is an entrance into her career because, wow, she's excellent. Izogi, played by Lashana Lynch, she's a powerhouse. Lashana Lynch is a powerhouse in almost everything she does, whether it be Captain Marvel, whether it be Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, or James Bond. Now, this is her in a lot more personable of a role at the same time compared to all those things. Not only that, but she still brings that gravitas and brings the weight to a role that you really want someone of her caliber to bring, and God, damn, is she good? Then there's Amenza, played by Sheila Atim. And yeah, she is one of the heavy supporting characters, and she is excellent as well. Graceful in every little movement she has, and badass. You're gonna love her character. King Gezo, played by John Boyega. John Boyega can act, man. He can do anything you put in front of him, and he just proves it right here. Oba, played by Jimmy Odukoya. He's an excellent villain, whether he's speaking or whether he's being that brutish giant force. And that's what I'll give you there. Now, that brings me to Fumbe, played by Masali Baduza, and Shantae, played by Jamie Lawson. Both of their characters were great. Very heavy supporting characters, and a good chunk of the film that they do very well with everything they're given, and you'll fall in love with them. Now, just because Shina West was in the film, she's badass. One of the coolest stunt people I think I've ever seen. Her character's name is Essie, or Isi. I don't know if it's ever spoken on screen. It's gonna be hard to pinpoint which one she is, probably for y'all. She gets a couple good lines at the beginning of the film, but she gets some really good badass action moments, so congratulations on that role, and thank you for making everybody around you just as cool of a martial artist as you are, because it shows. So that brings us into our third question. Did I personally enjoy this film? I absolutely adored this film. I've compared it to the Lord of the Rings, Everything Everywhere All at Once this year. It stands on the shoulders of giants. This film is excellent. I struggle to find any fault anywhere in it. I'm sure there is, but I'm gonna have to watch it 3 or 4 more times before I can even find one, I guarantee you, because I adore this film. Is this film worth you going to see? Bring your whole family. Bring your whole neighborhood. Bring anybody and everybody you can grab and physically drag to the movie theater with you and put in a seat next to you, because this needs to be seen by as many people as possible. It's filmed in South Africa, which made me bring out my South Africa shirt. You get to see the landscapes here. You get to see a culture based off of things inherently African. Which brings me into Ticket, Skip It, or Ticket with a little bit of trepidation, and the only trepidation I have is you not getting a ticket for this film, because this film, it is so good. Please do us a favor and hit that like, subscribe, notification bell down there, and then go see this film. And come back, tell us what you'd like to see more from us. Thank you so much for coming and sticking with me all the way to the end, and we will see you in the next one.